Hello, guys, welcome to another wonderful moment with me. And today's episode, on today's vlog, I'll be talking. I keep on forgetting that this is no podcast. Um, I'll be talking on keeping your level up journey a secret. Now, before I started working on this, I really wanted to work on another vlog, speaking on, commenting on touch and all, but for some reason I realized that this topic was kind of somehow aligning with it, so I had to focus on this first. And besides, I know you guys must have realized that sometimes my thought is all over the place. I bring like 3 or 5 topics into one topic and I talk on it. So I guess that's how passionate I am, but I need to start working on shortening my minutes, okay? So without further ado, let me dive right in. So on today's topic, keeping your level up journey a secret. And I talked on level up. If you've not watched it, I will tag it on this vlog, okay? Really check it. You really enjoy it, okay? So um I just want to say this on level up journey because a lot of times we women, okay, whenever we talk of level up, it's almost like it's so far-fetched, and it's almost like it's something sinful when we talk of self-love, no matter how it's being frowned upon, talked against. See, the truth is, your level up journey is a threat to all. Do you know what it means? It means like it's to people, for those who are still struggling down, for those who still enjoy the metrics and decide to stay down, under false pretense of being humble and all. So for people like that, you have to realize this. Of course, they'll be threatened. It's like you're doing what they've always wanted to do but couldn't. Okay? And sometimes the crab mentality, some people just want to pull you down, And you don't blame them, misery love company. So sometimes you have to realize, and this might shockingly even come from your circle, your immediate circle, those that should champion you, those that should hail you, those that should encourage you to do better, okay? And you will be foolish enough to think just because you're giving people your best, they'll give you their best, okay? It doesn't just stop there. Of course, when you give people your best, the rightful people your best, they will want to do better, okay? But the question now is, once you realize people around you who are supposed to champion you are not doing that, what should you do? Should you run away or not? I don't know. I can't tell you exactly what to do in your level, in your state. I really can't give you the best advice, but hopefully with some of the commentaries I would drop, you could get some guidance from there. Okay? So now, should I run away? I don't think so, except it's life threatening. Okay? Some people are quite subtle, and some people, I'll be honest, in Nigeria, a lot of youths don't even have a job. And even those that have job, they're still staying with their mom because they're paid little to nothing. Or some people are quite, they come from a religious home, especially if you're a lady, they don't expect you to live outside your family home, until you get married. The whole thing that works. So it depends. But the thing is it life threatening? If no, then you can stay. There's something they call loving someone from a distance. You love people from a distance. Okay. Hopefully you have a work that takes you out of the house, and you have things that you do that reconnects you to yourself, that keeps you in tune and helps you not to go crazy. Because at the end of the day, as women, self-care is paramount. Self-care, self-preservation, self-love is paramount. But some people don't have enough energy to love themselves well enough, and I'm not that delusional, because when I started this journey, I really didn't have that amount of strength to love myself that much, because a lot of things were working against me. Okay, plus the guilt to want to rise up. Okay, and the question you should ask yourself is, why should you feel guilty? Why? So, rising up sometimes you realize you might want to, if staying at home is not working, you move out, okay? But some are lucky enough, they come from a healthy family. It comes from the friends. What do you do? So if you come from your friends, you either love them from a distance, okay? Because really, a lot of people are so emotionally attached to their friendship. The loyalty they hold is just the loyalty is based on familiarity, attachment and all. Sentimental attachments, not necessarily tangible. Okay? And I understand that, once you're used to something as human being, you might want to stay there. Sometimes, even as human beings, we set ourselves up for failure, because that's why most people don't grow up, because they are used to something they know and they don't know what is beyond, what lies ahead. And our mind tries to protect us and paint the worst scenario. So sometimes you might be imagining the place you're about to go is worse, but not knowing that place might be your savior. That might save you. That might save you from staying down a lot of times. So once you consider all those things, you pick up the slack and do the work on your own. You realize you have to pick yourself first, and it's okay loving people from distance. It's really okay. Self-preservation is key. Okay, self-preservation is key. It's paramount. And I know a lot of ladies, due to their background, due to their churches, what they preach in their religious home, like it's almost as if a woman picking herself first is a sin. She has to cater for everybody. Then maybe she might think about herself. And that's a lie. That's why a lot of women just kill their partner, because they have given you everything and you are not giving me what I want. You're depending on the guy, relying on the guy for happiness, and the guy don't even have enough to give himself because he has been sucking from you, or in relationships and a lot of things. That's why some people are even, a lot of youth are suffering from stroke at the age of 20, 25. You can imagine. And don't get me wrong, a lot of pressures, a lot of expectations, with little or no resources, okay, especially from this part of the world. Okay, so I won't be quite oblivious of the fact, I won't come out here like I don't know. So that's why self-preservation is the key. And think of it like this: how do you give what you don't have? Because of a lot of women claim they love their men and all, but you really don't love him. You're just clinging to something toxic. You're dependent on something toxic. Maybe because you didn't feel much love from childhood and all, and this is what you know. The only thing you know that seems like love, and sometimes love is just love. Is you loving yourself? And like I said earlier, you might not have what it takes to love yourself. Then self-preservation. With self-preservation, gradually you get to that point where you can stand up for yourself boldly, unapologetically. Okay? So all these things are steps. I know I've not talked on leveling up yet, but all these things are what level up means. Leveling up means picking yourself first. Leveling up means growing from one stage to another, embracing yourself emotionally, evolving, evolution. I know some of this backwash, base wash, level up stories you see everywhere, and it's telling you to be what you're not, like picture perfect, fixing everything, being obscure, false femininity that does not work for you, especially in this environment. No, Miss earlier to tell you, be truthful to yourself. But sometimes the truth might not be the truth. It might be something you want for yourself. And who says you can't fake it till you make it? Hmm? So yeah. Of course. So you see, when you're doing all these things now, you have time for yourself. You don't care about the petty stuff. It means being selfish. It means cutting off people that do not serve your growth. So once you're doing all these things, guess what? It's a threat to some people. Imagine friends that don't think further, they are not visionaries, they don't even help you uplift yourself. The only thing they have time is to gossip or talk about something that is not working, draining your energy. Or you have that dad or that mom that always talk about what is depressing. Or we all know everywhere is depressing, and no, I'm not saying that you should live outside reality and all and live in a bubble. No, I'm saying see reality, but don't let it affect or stunt your growth. Because at the end of the day, everything is an experience, is for a purpose, or sometimes they are just it. But you just have to preserve and protect yourself first. You can't be there, because at the end of the day, fear can serve as both a positive force for growth, or it can serve as a crippling agent for growth. It depends on the side of the cycle. So if you're already scared and someone is keeping it with more fear, confusion, and anxiety, guess what? You cripple. But if you see something and is your reality, you can, with that fear, you can also push yourself further to look for creative way to kind of, get out of it. You evolve beyond that flight or fight mode. But for you to get to this point as a woman, you should first of all practice self-preservation, self-care. Because a lot of women will walk right into things that don't work for them, relationships that don't work for them, businesses that don't work for them. Sometimes feel so guilty that they are evolving or growing so much, but because they are used to those around them being mediocres, they feel guilty and shoot themselves on the floor. That's why sometimes you see yourself praying and succeed, at a point you crash. It's not because you actually did something to make yourself, but sometimes your thought pattern, you might be sending to the universe, you're not deserving of this. And the universe says, okay, oh, you're not? I'm taking it. So I guess you understand why your level up journey is a threat, because a lot of people won't have access to you, or you won't be that people pleaser again. You'll be surprised at the kind of people that want to bring you down, the people that want to subject you to be so stunted and still complain if you're not making it. So that's why sometimes, me personally, I've gotten pushback from some of my friends and some of my family members. Yes. So it can hurt. It can hurt you, but sometimes that's why every time when you do things, you need to know why you're doing it. Remember why you're doing it. Why are you doing it? Why are you on this journey? Or because I want to do better. I want to attract more abundance in my life. I want to live this fruitful, abundant life, this baby girl life. Okay, remember that. Go back to the drawing board. This helps you not to get distracted. And journaling help. I'm bad at journaling, I know. But I still do it anyways. So journaling helps. Start from where you are. And don't get pressure. Sometimes it might be people pressure you to, people, you get pressure, you get anxiety outside. Stay, like, for now, don't be on your own, no. Like, but sometimes for you to grow, for a butterfly to germinate, sometimes you need to transform from being a caterpillar. Then you go into your cocoon, stay in there. Some people want to fly when they are not ready, so they feel so pressure. You don't need to pressure yourself. The question you should ask yourself is, are you doing the right thing? Are you putting effort? And are you making the best out of the information you have? If yes, girl, don't pressure yourself. If social media helps to heighten the whole pressure, go off it. Read, swim, go shopping, apply your makeup, put your oil in, put those oil in the water, bathe with them, feel good, dance. Look at yourself, tell yourself good words, all those things. And you find out that you have time for things that matters. Okay? And sometimes if people just tell you, why are you glowing? Why are you looking so good? Why are you excelling? Like, what's happening? Just tell them it's God, because it's God. Because a lot of times people really will work against your level up, especially if they notice you are doing this. They will work against you. Like, maybe they won't know. Sometimes they might not do it intentionally, but it's struggling to feel left out. You and check if you feel left out, sometimes don't you do some petty things? So if you're honest with yourself to that level, so understand them, you don't have to resent them, but love them from afar. Love them from afar, you don't have to be together. Who says you have to be together? You don't. So love them from afar. God bless you so. But I'ma be on my own and be around people who's gonna help me walk out this journey. But I love you. Or maybe on your birthday you send them chat. You don't have to, but if you feel guilty, you can, but you don't have to. Okay? This is a savage journey, very savage. But still for good, because at the end of the day, you can't give what you don't have. You need to be in that place where you feel so full, not empty, to the point that once you pour out from your cup, it is nurturing, is favor, is love, is all, but at the same time, you don't have to be there. And you won't feel empty. And that's why a lot of women, they burn out. They burn out. And the biggest threat of them all is you not being able to be manipulated. Like, you can't be manipulated. It's almost like you're invisible. Do you know what it means? Yeah, I won't call them evil right now, but there are people who get high on controlling people and bullying people. And imagine if you know the best for you. Guess what? They lose part of the economy. A lot of people will lose business if you are not easily fooled. If you are all self-aware, a lot of people lose business. A lot of people lose their hold on you. A lot of people need you to be falsely humble, stupidified to the point you can't defend yourself, your rights. Why? Because they can easily get away with it. See what happened during R. Kelly. Do you see the hold he had? And that's why a lot of times you guys are moved out of reality. Like, there are a lot of even the social media create a lot of distractions to take you out of yourself, out of self-reflection, out of meditation, out of all those things. Because imagine if your eye open, you won't be a fool, you won't be a mugu to anyone. And it's dangerous, it's threatening. And you forget economic, even some of those you call your friend, some of the toxic relationship or situationship you find yourself, it's threatening. So of course they work against your level up. So sometimes, in fact, it's wiser to keep your level up journey secret. So if someone asks you now, someone is serious, you tell them. No, no wahala. Well, I hope this video helps you to own who you are, to accept yourself, to love you unconditionally. But even if you have not gotten there, it's okay. Still protect yourself. Set boundaries. If people are not meeting up, cut them off. Cut them off. Then later, if you decide to bring them back on your own accord, you bring them, but cut them off. If it's threatening your peace of mind, cut them off. If they are not working to help you, cut them off. And this is not a journey of the week. Okay? So thanks. I hope this video helps some people, and have a blessed week. Bye.